to Llama Mama Kayla's Yarn Tube. I'm Kayla. Thanks for stopping by for a visit today. I always enjoy visiting with you guys. I love you all so much, and I thank you for being here. So I hope you're having a great day. It is Thursday here in my world. I don't know what day you're, getting around to watching this video, but it's Thursday for me. So I have been, having a good day, making my day go as much as I can. I had an appointment with the home health nurse to come out today to flush my port. I have a little port right here under my skin, and so she's supposed to come out once a month and flush that with heparin. So today was the day she was coming out here, and I got fired as a client from the home health agency. She drove up and she sat out there in her car for quite a while. They usually, are like looking at paperwork, making sure they're bringing in the right supplies, because, they see all types of patients that need different types of care. So I'm sure she was sitting out there, looking through, making sure she had, the right things to bring in the house and all that kind of stuff. That's what they all always do. And so, anyway, she gets out and she's coming up to the house, and bless her heart, she jumped and ran back to her vehicle and got in her vehicle and drove off quite quickly. And I was just like, what happened? I don't know. I don't understand. So I sat down at my desk and pulled up the security camera to see what happened, and I finally got it right at the spot, and I could see she almost stepped on a snake, a garter snake. It was in some leaves out there, and so just as I'm getting it pulled up and seeing that, she almost stepped on a garter snake, the phone rings and I answer it. It is the home health agency to tell me that they're going to have to discharge me as a client. I just told her, okay. The last nurse that was coming, she came a few times and then she stopped because she doesn't like pets, animals of any kind, and I have a dog and 2 cats. And she says she just doesn't like them. She just doesn't like pets at all. So she stopped coming. And then this nurse was coming. And she was okay with pets, but she's not okay with snakes. Bless her heart. I get it. I know. I know. Garter snakes are harmless. I mean, they will not hurt you at all. But I get it. I understand. She's walking up and all of a sudden there's a garter snake on the ground and she almost stepped on it. She jumped and let out a little yelp and ran to her vehicle. So I'm sure she called the agency, the office, and told them, oh, no way will I ever go back out there. So they just called and said they're going to have to discharge me as a client. So that's my story for today. It is what it is. Anyway, guys, I have this little baby doll, a little bitty doll. I don't know how tall she is. That's probably about 3 inches there. And I have a head that I'm putting on her, but I need to crochet her a dress. So that's what I'm going to do today, and I'm just going to show you how I figure that out. Like, I have no idea what I'm doing right now. I mean, I know what I'm going to... I know I'm going to crochet a dress for her. I don't know anything about the stitch count or anything yet. So, I'm just going to take you through that little process of me figuring that out. So, you can figure it out for whatever size doll you might want to crochet a dress for. If you have, kids that have a doll that needs a dress, or even, grandkids or whatever. or yourself if you collect dolls, whatever. So that's what I'm going to do today, and I'm going to be using orange Craft Smart yarn. This is just a bright orange. It just says color orange, but it is pretty bright. So come along with me, and that's what we're going to do. And also, I wanted to tell you, I was filming from another background, a different angle today, just to give you something else different to look at. That is the other side of the dining room is on this end and the living room is on that end. So you're seeing the other end of my room. It's a big window there, and yeah. Alright guys, so come with me and let's figure out how to crochet a dress. Okay, so I have my little doll, I'm a yarn, and I'm using a 4.0 crochet hook. You could use like a 3.5 or, you know, a 375 or something like that. I'm just going to use a 4 for this. I'm going to try to use a 4 and see how it turns out. So I'm just making a slip knot and putting it on my hook. Now, what I was trying to explain earlier is I don't know what my stitch count is yet. It's a little bitty doll, so it's not going to be that much, but I'm going to try 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm just going to see how that is. It's not big enough. 11, 12, 13, 14. Let me see. 14 might do it. So I'm going to come back and I'm going to increase a little bit. So I'm going to put, and I'm not connecting it just yet. Just going to crochet back and forth. I'm going to put 2 single crochets in this first, well, the second chain from the hook, and then 1 single crochet in the next, and then 2 single crochets in the next chain, and then 1 single crochet in the next chain. Then I'm going to put 2 single crochets, and this might make it too big and I have to rip it out and do it again, but that's okay. That's all part of learning. And then 1 single crochet, and then 2 single crochets, and 1, and then 2 single crochets in the next, and 1 single crochet in the next, 2 single crochets in the next one, and then 1 single crochet, and then 2 single crochets in the last one. Okay, now I'm just going to kind of lay that around her and see how that kind of looks. Yeah, I'm having a little trouble getting my hands to coordinate there. Okay, and now I'm going to go around, I'm going to go back or down the row with just a single crochet, and 1 single crochet in every stitch. So I'm going to chain 1, turn my work, and do 1 single crochet in every stitch all the way down. I'm making this doll into a little pumpkin head doll, little pumpkin head baby doll. So a while back I had got a whole bag of all different types of sizes and dolls at a thrift store. It was like $5 for this bag. It was a bag that like bedding comes in. Like, I don't know if they even still bed. I haven't bought bedding in so long. Used to, bedding would come in like a clear plastic bag with a zipper. And so somebody had put like a whole bunch of different types of dolls, and some are old. Well, they were all old, but some of them were like vintagey old, I guess. I hadn't looked them up to see. But anyway, some of the dolls were in not great shape. Like this particular one, its hair was missing. So that's why I didn't mind ripping the head off and turning this little baby into something else. And there's more dolls in there that I get to play around with and do weird things with. I can't get my hook in here. Okay, I got one more. I just got to get my hook to it. Now, do I have one more on the end, or is that it? I don't know. Okay, let's see. What have I got now? I still need to go another row because I need to be able to connect this under the arms. So what I'm trying to do is get it long enough where I can connect it under here. So I'm just going to chain one, turn my work, and just put one single crochet back in every stitch all the way down. And I may have to do this a couple of times to get this where I can get it to reach up under the arms, or this might be the last time, I don't know, but we'll see real quick. Now usually I count these stitches and write it out on paper and find my 2 exact stitches that's going to be for each arm. So I guess I need to do that. But since it was a doll's dress, and you know, it's just sort of like a little decoration type thing, I wasn't really stressing over that. But we'll see. Okay. Now we're done with that row. I'm going to try it on her again to see what I've got going on. Yeah, I can connect it on this row. So what I need to do is figure out, I need to lay it out. Okay, this is my front. I need to count my stitches and figure out what stitches is the armholes on each side, like between which 2 stitches. So that's what I do, is just count them. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, and 22 stitches right now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 would be about halfway, but that don't look a halfway. I'm gonna say this one is about halfway. I'm gonna have to grab some stitch markers is what I'm gonna do. Okay, so this is what I'm doing. I figured out my center stitch, and then I'm just counting over to see what I need to do with the arm. So I can't, you know, I don't know what size doll you're going to use, but that's the way you figure it out. So I'm not telling you exactly how many stitches over and stuff like that, because you just have to kind of lay it up on your doll and figure out what works best for your doll. So for my center, I'm doing 1, 2, 3, and then I'm doing 1, 2, 3, and then another stitch there. So I'm gonna do the same thing on this other side, and then just see how, if it works out. 1, 2, 3. So wait, was that in the third? 1, 2. Okay, and the third one from my center. 1, 2, 3. Let me see how this works out as an armhole. And then I skipped 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let me just see how that works up on her, how that looks. Okay, so where am I at? Okay, I ended right here, so get my hook back in there, and I'm going to chain 1, and I'm going to do 1 single crochet in each stitch down to my stitch marker. Okay, I'm at my stitch marker, so I'm going to take it out, and I'm going to put a stitch there, and then I'm going to chain 3 and come to this next stitch marker and put 1 single crochet there. So that will be my armhole, and maybe it's big enough, we'll see. Sometimes I do this and I have, you know, the armhole's not big enough or whatever, and I have to rip it out and do again, but that's just part of it. And then I'm going to do 1, 1, 2, okay. I don't think I had my 2 stitches on there. I mean, not 2 stitches, but both of my loops. Okay, and then I'm going to go to this stitch marker. Okay, so at that center part, I'm just going to take that stitch marker out, and then single crochet to my next stitch marker, and put 1 single crochet there. Okay, and then I'm going to chain 3 and jump over to this stitch marker, and crochet down to the end. Okay, And let's see how that looks for the armholes. I'm just going to try that on her to see if it is going to fit. Let's see. Armhole number 1. And where's armhole number 2? Yeah, that fits just fine. Okay. I'm gonna go one more row of single crochets there. So here I am. I'm gonna chain 1, turn my work, and do a single crochet in each stitch all the way down to that armhole. Okay, and then the armhole, I'm just going to go in this with 3 single crochets. 1, 2, 3. I'm not going to worry about going into stitches. I'm just making 3 single crochets in that armhole. This is for a doll, it's a toy, decoration, whatever. It's nothing to stress over. Make it easy. Okay, and I'm just doing single crochets in each stitch. And now I'm to my other armhole, and I'm just going to do 3 single crochets right there. And now into the stitches for the rest of the top. Now this should get me down far enough to claim a waistline for the doll. So I'm gonna try it on her one more time. When I'm creating a dress for a doll, I do a lot of trying on. Yeah. Now if I wanted the bottom half of the dress a different color, I could change colors here, but you know what, I was going to increase to make a dress, but I think I'm gonna connect it in the middle and the bottom here. So I'm gonna do another row of single crochets. Since she doesn't have any undies on, I'm just gonna turn it into like a little jumper. Okay, so single crochets. Sissy had to come check out what I was doing, so I'm not going to increase any. I'm just going to go straight down. If I was going to increase, I would like probably start like double crochets or something, and I would have done 2, 1, 2, 1, just like we did earlier on the neckline for just one row, just to increase it. But I think I'm just gonna make mine into a little top and pants connected. And here I'm just going into the single crochets that we created for that armhole. And I probably have to do another row before I'm able to connect it in the crotch, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Chain 1 and turn, and just do another row of single crochets all the way down. So that's how I just kind of work it up and figure out what, you know, what I'm doing to make a dress. Okay, and now I'm just gonna check this out and see. I probably need another row. Yeah, and I could even change to double crochets or something, but I'm gonna continue it with singles. But let me see that part I can overlap and put a piece of Velcro there, or either just sew it up with some yarn, because I don't really plan on like changing this little outfit out. But I'm gonna do another row of single crochets. Then I'm gonna have to get a needle. Last night, Big Daddy and I tried to make a poodle skirt for one of my dolls, but we didn't make it big enough. In the waist it fit. We didn't make it long enough for the skirt part. So we're going to try again tonight. See if we can't. We're just making it out of felt. I wasn't crocheting it, just making it out of felt. He's my hands, and I'm just telling him what I want done, such as cutting out the circle. I can make snips with scissors, but I can't just like cut like you would cut material. It would be a jagged mess when I try. Actually, I did try, and it was a mess because I can't just cut straight, smooth, flowing lines. So he was cutting for me, but we didn't have it long enough. Alright, let me see if this is long enough to close it off in the crotch. Alright, yeah, there's a lot of trying on when I'm creating. Lots of trying on. Even when I'm creating for myself, I'm trying it on every few rows because you never know. Okay, so that overlaps a lot. That could be hot glued, velcroed, or just whatever. Trying to see. I think I probably need to go one more row, but I hate to do too much and cover up those sweet little legs. So I'm gonna see if I stretch those stitches out, how that works. Let's see. So at this point, this is kind of backwards, but keep in mind, it's a decoration. I'm not, okay. I'm going to join it right here. And I know I'm kind of crocheting backwards here. But I can chain one and turn my work. And now I'm doing it right. So I'm going to put one more single crochet. I just didn't want to cover up those cute little fat legs. And if it covers it up too much, I might rip this out and just sew it up between the legs the best I can. I didn't bring any scissors in here with me because I didn't think it all through. I'm used to just working at my desk and just having everything around me as I need it. And I'm just working by the, you know, flying by the seat of my pants on this. Okay. So we're back to the beginning here. Before I do that, I'm going to try it on the little doll. I guess the proper way, since I'm going to close up the bottom, would be to go in through the top. And if it seems like I'm fumbling around, it's because I am. No bones about it. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to connect that down here. Oh. Okay. So, what you would want to do is count your stitches and find the center and, you know, all that kind of jazz. But since I'm just doing this as a decoration, I'm just slip stitching right here. I'm going to chain one. I'm going to go back into that same stitch there, and I'm just going to go straight across and slip stitch. I went straight across, put my hook through a loop over there, a chain, and then I slip stitched right back there. So I need to grab some scissors really quick. My leg's asleep. I'm just going to cut my yarn off, and I didn't grab a needle. I just went to the kitchen and grabbed these scissors. Okay, so I'm going to try that on my little baby. Okay, so it fits good. I just wanted to check that, make sure it did fit right. It really is cute. It does still show the little fat legs. So I need to just tie this off. Keep in mind, if I was doing this for a gift or, you know, something somebody was going to see, I would do this a little bit better. But since I know it's just a decoration for myself, I'm just tying this off to just doing a couple of stitches right here to make sure that is secure. Good. And then I need to just I'm just going to take my needle and pick a little stitch on the end. Pull my needle through and then back through that loop to kind of tie it off. And I'm going to do that one more time. And go back through the loop before I pull it tight. Okay. Now on the back side, I was going to pull that on up, but my needle came out. So I'm just going to snip it. Okay, so the neck, I have a string somewhere, but it's not very long. I know I have my starting string. Oh, there it is. It's not very long. I'm gonna take another piece of yarn. This right here, I'm just gonna snip this off. Oh, I cut my... I'm gonna kind of do this like lacing a shoe or something. Just gonna go in from this side, pick up a stitch on this side. I'm kind of I'm just kind of, you know, joining the two sides together. And then I can cut this if I ever want to take it off. But I doubt that I do unless I want to change the character. Get my hand out of the way this time. So I came over this side, I'm just going to come to this side and pick up a stitch from the other side, and I'm just going to kind of lace this up like that. I got too much yarn here, but there's no right or wrong way. You can do this, you can put a button, you could just hot glue it closed, you could hot glue Velcro on each side and close it up. If it's something you want removable, you would want to do Velcro or button. But since I don't plan on doing that, that's cute. Okay. Now let's see. I need to just tie this off some kind of way. And like I said, I can always come back and cut this yarn if I choose to. I'm going to do that one more time to tie it off and then snip it. And actually I'm going to take this tail and just kind of go down and pull it over here. These scissors, it's not the scissors, they do cut. It's me, I can't cut. And I do have a little pair of snippers, but I'm gonna have to see if Big Daddy can sharpen them for me, because they're not snipping that great either. Okay, so the reason why I was doing this is because I'm making this little pumpkin baby. It's not everybody's cup of tea. but it's just a decoration. And there I go. There we go. I did a just a green coil for, you know, the kind of like the hair. So there's my little pumpkin baby. I know it's silly and not everybody's cup of tea, but it's just a decoration. And if you saw my video from yesterday, you know I did some pumpkin head dolls, and so now I have a pumpkin head baby. So that's how I figure out how to make, you know, dresses to fit dolls. I have to have the doll there in front of me, and I just try it on a bunch of times. And sometimes, you know, I turn it into a dress. Sometimes I turn it into little shorts like this. That worked up great. So anyway, there is my little pumpkin baby. And I hope this video just kind of helps you figure out how to get started on making a doll dress. Well guys, I'm going to let you all get going, and I hope you have a great day, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye friends. Remember, it's a beautiful day to crochet.